No, I was at the bottom of the hill when I seen Candace, and I'm pretty sure I was at the bottom of the hill somewhere when I seen Donna.
And you never went up to the top?
I went up toward the top that day, yes.
Gotcha. What was their demeanor like? I mean, there's been reports that people were just sitting on the back of trucks and things like that. Is that true? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I didn't see nobody sitting on the back of trucks or nothing. There was people sitting in and out the holler on the back of trucks and stuff like that. But they was standing around up there kind of freaked out, talking to the wall, talking to this person, talking to that person. And then I went back off the hill. So
did you see did Candace ever leave like in her car?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, what a strange day that was. One of the big questions that I've always wondered is in the interview with Chris McDonough where Hunter says the name Andy, is he referring to you?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's referring to me. There's like 4 different Andys involved in all this.
Hi, my name is Dee. You're watching D True Crime Commentary. Let's listen to Josh and Andy Bernard.
I don't know if there really are 3 or 4 Andys involved in this. I've only heard of the one Andy, and this is the Andy that I've heard of.
Now that it's December 2025, hindsight is 2020. How did Andy know 3 or 4 Andys were involved in that? Unless he knows what happened. Andy, how'd you know 3 or 4 Andys involved in it? You didn't know what happened to Summer Wells.
He literally says, something with an A, and then he says Andy.
Yes, Hunter said Andy. He also said Andy was a mechanic and Andy sold weed. He was Candace's weed dealer. Now that is Andy Bernard, in my opinion.
The drive-thru. And then while we were in the drive-thru, her husband calls her talking about this dude named Andy or Andrew on the property that's been there for like a week or so, she told me, that keeps stalking the little kids.
Who's that?
Some dude named like Andy or Andrew. I have no idea who it was.
Okay. And why did Don call?
I have no idea. He just called. I don't even know if he was working at the time.
Okay.
But if he was working, he obviously wouldn't know that there was some dude looking at the little kids.
Andrew, Don calls Candace
and tells her about, I don't know if his name was Anthony, Andrews, or something with an A.
And tell me about that conversation.
All I heard was...
And how did you hear it?
I heard because I asked her why he called.
Okay.
The only thing that she told me from the phone call is that there was some dude, Andrew, Anthony, Andy, whatever it was. Okay. Just the name A.
Okay.
That's all I remember. Is that he's been up on the property for a week or two trying to, like, I guess she said touch the little kids. That's what I was told.
He's trying to have what?
Touch the little kids.
Touch the kids?
Like give him a hug or something. I don't know.
What do you think? Don, in your opinion, call Candace while you're in the line at Walgreens to say there's some dude on the property wanting to touch the kids. Help me understand that.
I mean, at first I thought because he calls her like every 2 hours because he works.
Okay.
I thought he was just doing his daily checkup.
Okay.
But then she told me about that. I was like, how does he even know that if he's supposedly working?
And what?
Yeah, that's but you don't know if he's mentioning you or not. You didn't see him that day?
No, I didn't see Hunter that day.
Have you met him before?
Who, Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met Hunter before.
Yeah, I think it's such a strange story how everything, has come together and with almost no information whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's strange how it, I'd lived down there all my life on and off, and nothing like this had ever happened, and my parents were raised down there, and nothing like this had ever happened that we can think of.
What do you think? I mean, can I just ask you to speculate for a second? What do you think happened?
What I think happened?
Yeah.
I really don't. I try not to think too much of what happened, but, in an opinion or.
Well, that's strange because There's a lot of us that never even met Summer, don't even know her, and we've been racking our brains for 4.5 years trying to think what might have happened to her. And here's Andy saying he tries not to think about it. It must be bad feelings.
I mean, I find, I find that kind of odd. Try not to think about too much. I guess he means he doesn't want to speculate. Got Andy Paul lived in the camper down by the shed. We should talk. He moved into like Holler later on. Also owns a blue van. Well, that's interesting.
It had to be, I don't know. I really don't know. I went through every kind of thought a man could have of what could have happened. I mean, it could have been an accident, then they panicked. It could have been on purpose.
You think that they're the kind of people that would do that? I mean, I know that's, reaching, but it doesn't seem like they like the law very much, which, I mean, they've been in trouble with the law in and out. An accident cover up. I mean, is that something that you personally think that they would do? I mean, do you think she was abducted?
I honestly don't know them well enough to know what they're capable of. I just know they're capable of not taking care of their children to a certain extent, making them fight over food. Well, not making them, but allowing them to fight over food.
Well, Andy, if you saw them having trouble feeding their kids, why do you keep taking them weed over there every day? You said you took them weed over there on the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th of June, 2021. Why do you keep taking weed over there if they couldn't even afford to feed their kids?
Why would you tear a piece of a trailer down to make your house smaller when you're getting more kids?
Right.
Why would you put a piece of land that was located on Field Road in a trust company's name when it has been in your family for over 100 years?
So, but you don't think that she was abducted? That Summer was abducted?
Do I think she was abducted? Sorry. I mean, there's always that possibility. I mean, there really is. There's always that possibility. I don't know.
But just it's like an outside possibility, probably. I mean, because you said that you think that somebody on the hill knows, and I do too, which would indicate that wouldn't be an abduction. I mean, is it is there any possible way? Like, Don's been accused of selling or trying to sell his Don Jr. years back.
See, I didn't know nothing about none of that until after the fact.
Sure.
So, I mean, if he was capable of possibly trying to do it before, then why couldn't he be possibly capable of doing it now? So, I mean, I really don't know.
Was that anything like, did you ever hear any rumblings of that going on around Ben Hill Road or anything like that? Were there a lot of strange people that would visit, or, strange cars you never recognized?
Always strange people in and out over there, but not at my house. Nobody come visit me but my family, if them. Pretty much in small communities like that, you respect your elders and you respect the children. You take care of them, because that's the beginning and the end.
Right.
They can't take care of themselves when they're real young like that, and they can't take care of themselves when they get old. So you respect your elders and you take care of the children.
So you not witnessed, but you knew that they weren't possibly taking care of the children properly.
I've seen the two older boys fighting over food one night.
Because they were hungry?
Why would you be fighting over food?
Well, sometimes kids just fight to fight, I mean, it's like, oh, here's the last piece of cake. There's a difference between the last piece of cake and give me that, I'm hungry.
Well, if you got two kids on one bowl of chicken noodle soup, I mean, It's pretty much a fight over who can get the last noodle, or how fast you can suck that noodle down to where you can get the last noodle, or how much you can get in at one time,
Right. Do you think that Jody Sue heard the scream?
I always get asked that.
Well, yeah, it's an important question.
I'm saying my kids said they heard the scream, so I don't understand. I would say, yeah, there was probably a scream.
You didn't hear a scream, though? You weren't home?
I didn't arrive home till after 6:30 or so from working there.
by the time you got home, were the cops already on the hill? So they say that she went missing just like a few minutes just before you got home, right?
I mean, evidently.
That's what so the 911 call was stamped at 6:34, and on the 911 call it said that Candace had went for a walk. Did you see Candace walking around that place a lot?
No, not really.
So I mean, do you think that was just a ruse, like that? And on the 911 call it said that Candace had went for a walk. Did you see Candace walking around that place a lot?
No, not really.
So I mean, do you think that was just a ruse, like that? I mean, she's saying that she went for a walk, and I'm just asking you, these questions, just because you're closer to the situation. But when she said that, be advised that the mother went for a walk, that's just not something that Candace would normally do.
I mean, I never really seen her out just on the evening walk.
Right.
You don't normally drink the better part of a bottle of R&R and go on the evening stroll, get some exercise,
Right. For sure. No, I understand that. So was Don home when you got home?
I seen him come in after me.
Okay. So do you know if he got there before the cops?
I can't really remember. I mean, honestly, I've probably answered that at some point in time on one of the videos or somebody's panel. I'm pretty sure I came in, he came in shortly after me, and then the law showed up.
And why do you think that Fred is? Why do you think he would lie? Because I mean,
I never said he lied about working for the police.
You say he's not a reliable witness. So why though? What's your reasoning? That's fine. It just, I mean, anything. Tell us why you don't think he's reliable.
Because when I got in trouble, they didn't like me because of my history, my past, and my drug use. And I just smoked weed. You've got to have some sort of, now I don't know. I didn't deal with Hawkins County. When I went through my situation. But, they asked me questions when I got raided in September of 2009 or shortly after and shit like that. They did not like me because of my attitude and my drug use and my reputation and all the above.
They had,
well, I mean,
around 8:30.
So 8:30, and then that's when you walked right down. Then you walked right down there, right? And then that's when you got these conversations.
I got down there probably 8:45 or so.
So, okay, so.
Wait. On what day? Sorry.
On the 15th.
On the 15th, somebody was just asking him who placed the wire and what time and what date. He just said it.
Fred, I do not remember seeing you on the 15th standing down there. You came through out in the truck with your trailer later on that evening. Man, you weren't standing down there and you didn't ask me no questions on the 15th. You asked me questions on the 16th, bro. I swear to God, it was the next day.
He didn't ask you questions, he said. He just recorded everything.
No, it wasn't on the 15th, bro. It was on the 16th. You've got your days all concocted. You've got your days off by one day. One day. You seen me on the 14th when I was dealing with Jackie Dodd, and you seen me on the 16th when you come down there and talk to me and Jody Sue standing at the bottom of the road chilling. Because we was like, what the hell is he doing down here talking to us? Because you don't never talk to us like that.
Well, then you should know that he's telling the truth, right?
I'm not saying he's lying. I wasn't on the road on the 15th. I was on the road on the 14th and the 16th.
So you're saying that I didn't wear his wire and record?
No.
Okay.
I didn't say you. I'm saying you did not wire a wire on me on the 15th. I'm saying it was the 16th. It was the day after someone went missing, and you come down through there puffing on your little thing, whatever the hell that was. and you were standing there talking to me and Jody Sue at the bottom of the hill. Man, carry on. Next question.
What do you say, Fred? Do you think could you have got that mixed up? You think?
No, there ain't no way, because they come to me on the 15th to do it. Because Don had just left my house and they had me to do that.
How did Don get to your house when they had Don on top of the hill for I don't know how long talking to him and Candace? I mean, I don't remember seeing Don and Candace around the hill at the bottom of the hill on the 15th until late that night. And he finally come off the hill. Maybe he did go to your house. I'm pretty sure he might have, but I wasn't paying that much attention.
Don and his oldest son did both come to my house.
Well, okay. I don't know. Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me just lay something right here. Did me and you hang out?
Say it again.
Did me and you hang out growing up? Was me and you friends?
I mean, we got along. We never had a cross word. I mean.
Okay. So why now?
I'm just trying to figure out why you don't realize that you was on tape on the 15th.
Because I wasn't on tape on the 15th on Ben Hill. I was on tape at Hayworth Tire in Kingsport on the 15th, man. I'm telling you. Why would I lie about that? What do I have to hide?
Fred.
It's in evidence. I mean.
No, did you hear my question?
Okay, if it's in the evidence, I would be charged if I was guilty, right?
It takes time to build a case.
Yeah, it does take time to build a case, but they also have the statutes of limitations that they have to abide by.
They didn't charge Fred till like a year after that whole drug deal for that drug
3
deal.
years. It's been almost 3 years.
My indictments,
No.
the indictments take up to 2 years to come out.
Okay, that's done come and passed.
It's coming up. We're at 2.5.
It's come and passed. We're at 2.5 years
I think that
or more.
You know that there's probably a lot of people involved in this, and that's
Okay, Ziggy, I don't think there's nowhere near what people involved in is as everybody goes on to think there is. I think this is something just as simple as anything else. I don't think this is some sort of big, elaborate, everybody's involved type situation. I mean, me personally, hey, Fred, I got a question for you, bro. Did you ever think that there'd be a child go missing in Beech Creek?
No, it's never happened before.
How old was you and me and Chad and everybody else walking them streets? And I'm not talking about Chad Arnold either. I'm talking about our dead cousin, Chad Light. How old was we when we was running in woods and nobody ever messed with us? The main roads? Hell, far.
No.
Okay, so does that tell...
I think it was right there on 110.
Now what?
That's why the law enforcement thinks it's all happened on 110.
Okay, then. I had nothing to do with the neighbors. I don't know them as well as everybody else. I didn't talk to them. I didn't associate with them. The first time I ever went with Donnie was on November the 22nd, or November of 2022, when the YouTubers was here and everybody went out to eat that was here. I mean, I was a neighbor to the Wells. That's it.
Did
you?
Did your son hang out up there by chance?
No, my son never hung out over there. If anything, okay, what? In the early 2000s, mid 2000s, before 2009, yes, I did cocaine.
Did you go with Don, please?
No.
Okay. That's all I care about. I don't care about if you did cocaine. I just care if you just specifically about these drug runs. Like,
no, look, no, I did not go. Look, Donnie and Candace bought weed from me. I never went on no runs anywhere with Don and Candace. My business was my business. I was the business. If I went and got weed, that was me. That didn't have no anybody involved in it. That was me. That was I did it.
Okay.
I didn't have no partners. I was a single person, and at the point that time Summer got gone, they was maybe 2 to 3 people that got weed from me, and that was only close, dear friends of mine, other than Don and Candace. Like they was 2 people besides Don and Candace that got weed from me, maybe.
Do you have a Playboy tattoo? Sorry for interrupting. Somebody saw that comment. I was like, what?
Do I have a Playboy tattoo?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Hell no.
Somebody said when you were on your live, did Jody Sue say you would learn what a forensic team was and mentioned a contaminated well? That's a question that somebody's asking. Andy, do you know what they're talking about?
Yeah, I do know what she's talking about. There's 2 shit barrels at my house that she shit in bags and filled up with piss and shit and put in 2 barrels that is sitting on my property that I need to deal with.
So did Don get that red for sale barrel from you?
No.
To get heated? It's already high anxiety enough.
I wasn't there on the 15th.
But okay.
I was not there on the 15th. I don't know nobody that has a dark blue or black single cab Chevrolet truck.
That's a lie too. You're gonna say that. So even if it's a different day, you're so also saying that the dark blue truck thing is a lie.
I've never went in the holler and had anybody follow me out. I don't know nobody. I know one person passed my driveway.
Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see y'all later. And y'all have a good day.